Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm FoxTime.
And we are doing a review of Captain America Civil War. Alright, so, from the fresh perspective, what did you think of Civil War?
Out of 1 out of 10, probably 100.
Yes, it was definitely all of the hype, all of the excitement, everything that has been said about this film is true. It is an amazing spectacle, incredibly well done film. The story is tight, the action is incredible, going from the very basic to the over-the-top fight sequences. Just really an amazing job. Definitely, I think this is the best film that Marvel has put out, and that is saying something considering the Russo's last adventure, Winter Soldier, also one of the top films.
Spoilers?
Yes, you could do spoilers.
Spoilers ahead! Warning! Yeah.
So, again, a great film, and yes, this is definitely a Captain America film. There is a huge cast. We do have so many other heroes that popping in, but this story is really centered around Captain America and Bucky. Their relationship, the consequences of Bucky's previous life as the Winter Soldier, now coming back to the fore. We do see Crossbones. He is only in the beginning of the film, but a very significant building. If you have read the comic books, the Civil War comics, the fight with Crossbones pretty much is the equal of the Sanford incident that kicked everything off in the comic run of Civil War. That creates the big explosion that does the damage, that kind of basically puts the cherry on top. The nice thing about this film is they're really building on all the instances of the other films. They talk about New York, they talk about what happened in DC with the Winter Soldier, they talk about what happened with Sokovia. So all of these consequences are now coming into play.
My new favorite character is, what was his name? Black Panther.
Yes, Chadwick Boseman is awesome as Black Panther. In fact, both Black Panther and Spider-Man, the two new characters that are really introduced in this film, amazing. I mean, if there wasn't excitement enough for Black Panther, this is definitely throwing into the fore. He is an amazing character, very strong motivations in this film. Spider-Man, again, they do a great introduction of the character. And the differences between the Sony produced films and this one and in this Spider-Man manifestation, just almost a night and day difference. This really is the perfect manifestation of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. From the comedy, the action, to how he moves, how talkative he is throughout his fight.
The best line, in my opinion, is, I really do like you. Yeah, there's less talk and fights. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, his talkative nature in the fight is brought to the fore and really does work beautifully.
No, I know my favorite one.
Oh yes, go right ahead.
It's when he gets hit by Antzilla. That's what I'm calling him, Giant Ant-Man. I don't know what I call him.
Giant Man.
And he's on the ground and he's like, okay, I can go some more. No, you're done. You're done. No, I can go. No, I'm done. Ugh.
Yeah. The comedy in this is done really well, and the great thing is it's natural comedy. It's not so much joke comedy as these seem like the natural lines that friends, compatriots, combatants would be saying in their moments. There isn't anything forced, there isn't anything really prescripted. Each one really is a natural evolution of the character, of the human character. And I think this is one of the big instances where they talk about the battles between DC and Marvel. First of all, silly the battle. Everybody can win on this playing field. But second of all, again, it's not jokey. That's not... The thing with Marvel is it's very intelligently well written, and I think this kind of hits the nail on the head. The great thing about Marvel and their storytelling is their ability to create great movies that happen to have superheroes in them. But without them, the movie is still well done. It's still a cohesive storyline. Every action, every reaction, every motivation for the characters is all very humanistic, very naturally based. So the humor naturally comes out of just the human situations. And of course, you throw in Scott Lang as Ant-Man, and later on, Giant Man.
Antzilla!
Was incredible. The whole fight sequence that happens in the Berlin airport was perfect. Perfectly over the top. Great instances of characters working together. Fighting styles combining. Just, again, I can't really talk more about this.
Yeah. My favorite part is... You guys remember when in Return of the... Isn't it
Empire Strikes Back.
In Empire Strikes Back, they're on that snowy planet and on those weird snowy things. How old is this guy?
Yes, Spider-Man is a teenager. The way he talks, his references, his excitement with everything.
He's only 4 years older than me.
is spot on. And the one thing that we haven't really seen in much of the previews is Daniel Bruhl's character as Zemo, which is perfect. And not so much, again, the Hydra manifestation. We don't see the big purple mask, it's classic from the comic books. But he is the driver behind everything in this film. He is the behind-the-scenes guy that is pitting everyone against each other to achieve his own ends. And the great thing that I really appreciate, because not only was he a great bad guy, he was a great antagonist, but they didn't kill him. They captured him. And I think that's something that really needs to happen more in these films. There is that natural American cinematic urge to kill the bad guy at the end of the film. And then we just lose good potential bad guys that can arc over several films. And I think the way the Marvels look thing, the great job that Tom Hiddleston did as Loki, you didn't want to kill that character. You want to continue to see him. And they've done the same thing with Daniel Bruhl. Are we going to see more of Zemo? I would guess so. Again, he is alive, so that possibility is still there. And there are other motivations that can grab him. So now we do have the door open. Supporting cast-wise, just great jobs. Of course, we've got Martin Freeman, another new character playing Everett Ross, who is great in this. We don't see him a whole lot, but I know that we're going to in the future. And then, of course, we have William Hurt returning as Thunderbolt Ross, who is now the Secretary of State and the big push behind the Sokovia Accords. And you could see that part of it was probably hoping that Banner was around, because while he does start out with that big, hey, I've got a new perspective on life kind of viewpoint, it is not too long, especially once we see the Raft prison, where they start throwing everybody who has disobeyed the Sokovia Accords. You really get to see a bit more of his older character. But that does, of course, tie in the Incredible Hulk into, the majority of the MCU, which isn't often really referred back to. So it's really, while his character is a pain in the butt, it's great seeing him in there. The other fun thing that I really liked what they did with this is that natural reasoning behind Tony Stark's difference. Why each Avenger made the choice that they did, whether to follow the Accords or not. It's not an antagonistic relationship so much as really seeing why each character, and they spend an amount of time doing that, which I think was nice. Giving each of their motivations, why they would support it and why they wouldn't support it. And of course, it doesn't start out as a battle against each other, as more of a discussion, and then things kind of build there as Bucky gets framed and then the big pursuit with him.
I've noticed a lot of children and grown-ups and a lot of people in the world have arguments. And they don't really get over it. But this movie was about an argument.
Right.
And they're still friends. They still joke around. They're still friends. Even Hawkeye said, Widow said, we're still gonna be friends, right? Depends how hard you hit me.
Yes. So yes, there are lines that you can cross, but ultimately these really are, and that's what you can see is these are friends fighting because they have to. They're on opposite side of an ideal, not as an antagonistic relationship, as really more as we have to be on the same page. So from a psychological stance, for the motivation for everything, just very natural. You can't look at anyone's decision and go, that's wrong. Really, they might be motivated, they might have different motivations, they might have different beliefs, they might be seeing situation from different positions, but you can understand and relate to everyone's choices, whether it's with Cap or with Tony, on either side of these Sokovia Accords, which is really what's tearing them apart.
Or say my favorite color was red, and my dad's favorite color was blue. And we disagreed, because I think red's better, and he thinks blue's better. There's not a wrong choice. You just like the color.
Right. And
That's it.
if you can discuss, if you can step back from those emotional drivers and be able to actually look at the situation, you're often going to make a different choice. And that's another thing that they hit very nicely with this, is how much revenge, obsession, emotional impacts can motivate those choices and often cloud our judgment. So, overall, what did you think of this film?
We're definitely going to watch this 1,000 million times.
I cannot wait for this to come out on DVD. I'm going to wear this out. My Blu-ray is going to explode by the time it's done. I don't know how many times I will end up seeing this in the theaters, but I'm buying it on day one, and I'm going to watch the heck out of this. And you should too.
Yeah!
All right. So,
I can go really high.
thank you for watching our review. I'm D. You can catch me on Twitter. I'm at Darren Jakes. And of course, right here on this channel, DW Jakes. FoxTime, you can catch her on YouTube at FoxTime. I will put a link up to her channel right up over here above her head.
My head. It's my halo.
I'm going to stick it right in that corner right there.
This corner?
Right there. That's where I'm going to put it.
Ah.
Okay.
Hi.
All right, so I'm D, this is FoxTime, and we are out of here. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's right here.
Yeah.
Right there. Go ahead and hit that. Give us a thumbs up, press that like, comment in the section below. What did you think? What was your favorite part of the film? I'm not even going to ask if it didn't work, because I know it's going to work for everyone, because this is an awesome film. It had Giant Man. I was doing this at the theater when Giant Man was coming.
Yeah, I seriously was like, watch the elbows.
There are so many exciting parts of this film. Anyway, we could keep talking about this, but I think we got the point across. Check it out. See it. We're going to go see it again.
Thumbs up.
That's it. We're out of here.
Peace.
We'll see you later. Bye.